What is good, Rocketeers? This is Abinumber coming to you today with a post-commentated showdown battle. This is just a match I had while I wasn't recording that I wanted to share with all of you. I also do want to mention, beautiful, wonderful Rocket people, that I've been doing a lot of changes to the channel lately, both aesthetically, organizationally, and also been making some changes to my own playstyle. So most of you know that I've always been balanced as long as I've been playing Pokemon. Recently been trying to teach myself Hyper Offense and really falling in love with it. So expect a lot of content that is Hyper Offense coming from me in the near future, but please do let me know what you think of both the new playstyle on the team and also just the new aesthetics on the channel, intro, channel art, playlists, stuff like that. And as always, Rocket people, please leave a like if you enjoy this video. The like goal is going to be 10 likes. If you can get 10 likes, I'll be super excited. And if you're new, subscribe if you want. So, getting into the battle here, looking at teams, I am obviously winning Hyper Offense Bird Spam. Skarmory is the lead. But obviously with Hyper Offense right now, the two biggest threats are Mega Diancie and this little fellow right here, Mega Sableye, because they can Magic Bounce you first turn. So every Hyper Offense team needs to be wanting an answer to that. Some Hyper Offense leads have their answer built in. Things like Dazzling Gleam, Hidden Power, Steel, Azelf, for example. Fairy typing is kind of a big one to be running. I actually use Azumarill as an offensive answer because it can belly drum on Diancie and Sableye turn 1 and threaten one with Aqua Jet and the other with Play Rough. So seeing this on my opponent's team and predicting them to know I'm Hyper Offense, I do lead with my Azumarill. Let's go ahead and get into this match. So they actually come out with their Landorus, and expecting them to think that I'm Choice Banded, I do go for the belly drum, knowing Skarmory will probably come in. But this does let me get a big enough hit off to bring Skarmory down to its sturdy with knockoff. So now if they don't have Whirlwind, I know I'm going to just be able to kind of sweep from here. They do Whirlwind me out. I'm hoping to get in the pincer for the Moxie Quick Attack, but I go into my own Skarmory. I go for Taunt just to prevent them from trying to recover. You see they do in fact go for Roost. And here I start going for my hazards. I've got a free turn, so I go for Stealth Rock. Normally in a situation like this, I'd go for Tailwind if I thought they were going to KO me next turn. But I know I've got at least one turn, so I go for Spikes. And then here I go for Tailwind in case the Landorus wanted to do something to me. Now the Sableye comes in, so I do switch right into my Azumarill. My opponent does go for the Willow. So here I make a huge misplay. I forget that Belly Drum doesn't do half of your HP. Like, the HP you currently have, it does half of your total HP. So I do Belly Drum down to 1%. And go down to my burn as they get a free recover, which is very, very irritating. I should have just gone right for the Play Rough. I still would have done some chunk damage to the Sableye. Next I go into Latios, knowing that the Draco Meteor will threaten this thing out. I do go for the Save Draco just in case. It's a huge threat. I want it gone. The fact that it switches out is great for me because now it will have to take hazard damage. Alakazam comes out. I am scared out by the Shadow Ball. I do go into my Skarmory here as Death Fodder. It's my dedicated lead. It has no attacks. I don't need to keep it. So I do go down. I went for the Tailwind just in case they went for like a Calm Mind or something. But they are able to kill me. Now I bring in Bisharp, and here I know that not only can I put pressure on them because they are expecting a pursuit, but Alakazam has an offensive answer to Bisharp. They've got often Focus Blast, which means that they're even more likely to stay in during the pursuit because they do have Focus Blast. I take advantage of that and I actually click Sucker Punch, which I go for, and I'm able to take out the Alakazam. And now my opponent brings in their Talonflame directly. So oh, I'm sorry, no, they go into their Sableye right here. So at this point, obviously my typical answer to Sableye is gone in the Azumarill. I could switch into Latios right here. And I thought that was a pretty obvious play, but what I decided to actually do is go right for the Iron Head first turn to potentially get a flinch, just get some damage on this thing. And now I see that they're going for Calm Mind. So now I know they have to try and click Recover here. And so what I actually choose to do to avoid the roll of an Iron Head, because it only did 36% last time, is actually go for Swords Dance. Now I go for another Iron Head, doing a massive chunk, trying to get the flinch. I do in fact get the flinch, and that ensures me the KO on the Sableye. I go for the knockoff just in case anyone to switch out. But there you have Bisharp actually taking down Mega Sableye. So now Talonflame comes out, and Flare Blitz is obvious. I don't know if this is a misplay or not. It's definitely a critical juncture in the battle. I ended up going for Sucker Punch, or excuse me, Knockoff, predicting them to maybe Roost or Swords Dance, but they go right for the Flare Blitz. So this here, I'm sorry, I'm a mess right now. This here was an obvious misplay though. So my opponent did go directly for Flare Blitz. This gave me the idea that perhaps they were Choice Banded. And so I go into my pincer here because my quick attack will outspeed, and I can kill them if they're locked in the Flare Blitz. That's a huge misplay though, because even if they are, I should just go into my own Talonflame, use my Brave Bird to kill them, or whisk a speed tie if they're not banded. Here you see I do pay for it. They reveal that they are in fact not banded. They go for the Brave Bird, take me out. I lose one of my huge potential offensive threats. So that was a huge misplay for me. Now I'm forced to risk a speed tie, which I should have done initially anyway. I do lose a speed tie, and it's a double down. So definitely misplay there, because now I would have Pincer and Latios. Now I just have Latios to take out his last 2 Mons. My opponent does make the correct play by going into Landorus. I have nothing that can kill this except for Draco. I'm forced to go for Draco. So I do go for the first Draco. I do connect, take out Landorus, which is great. But now this Dragalge is going to come in. So I am wanting the hasty Latios with Earthquake, Defog, Psyshock, and Draco. Unfortunately, Psyshock will not kill. Earthquake won't even kill. Draco does about 75%. It's my only option. I have to go for it. But thankfully, I did have a Spike up. I do have Rocks up. So this I'm right-clicking all over the place. So this Dragalge is at about 76%. So I do go for the Draco. And I'm just able to get the kill. Latios does pull through. Latios being clutch there at the end. And that's going to conclude this battle. Does put the win in my favor. So I thought that was just kind of a fun match I wanted to use to show you all what I've been doing lately, hyper offense, so I've been playing, the team I've been using. So let me know what you think of this team if you enjoyed the match. Feel free to comment on both the team and the changes to the channel. That is going to conclude it for this video, Rocket People. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Oh, and before I go, I do want to ask a question. A lot of you have mentioned streaming and Rock HQ coming back to streaming. That is something I'm very open to. In the near future, maybe, I don't want to like say definitively next week, but I'm looking into it like in the upcoming weeks. But let me know what type of things you want to see coming from a stream. Do you want to see it on YouTube? Do you want to see it on Twitch? Your feedback is greatly appreciated. But that concludes it for this video. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good one and take it easy.